Welcome to Influential Entrepreneurs, bringing you interviews with elite business leaders and experts, sharing tips and strategies for elevating your business to the next level. Here's your host, Mike Saunders.
Hello and welcome to this episode of Influential Entrepreneurs. This is Mike Saunders, the Authority Positioning Coach. Today we have back with us Paul Castner, who's president and co-founder of C&K Healthcare Advisors, and we'll be talking about building life insurance practices that last. Paul, welcome back to the program.
Hey, Mike, thanks for having me back.
Hey, I know in this series we're talking about how you are serving your agents, helping them with Medicare and layering in the holistic educational approach of really putting your arm around your clients and making sure they're well taken care of with not only Medicare, but estate planning or Social Security, things like that. So now we want to talk about life insurance because this is not something that people should take lightly. And I know that a lot of times life insurance agents struggle with lead generation. Also, client retention. Talk a little bit about how C&K Healthcare solves these challenges for agents nationwide.
Sure. So again, Mike, we're a little different. I want to focus, and this was a little bit of a drawback on the last time that we talked. So if you haven't caught it, please check out, some of the previous podcasts that I've been on with Mike. But again, let's touch base right out the way. Okay. First and foremost, we're not like most agencies. They focus on recruiting. We focus on agent profitability and retention. Okay. While most other IMOs and FMOs, they disappear after contract, and we're your long-term business partners. But we've cracked the code on building sustainable life insurance practices. And the main thing here that we're going to talk about, first and foremost, is lead generation. And how does that actually work? Okay. Forget those expensive, low-quality internet leads that everyone else is buying. First and foremost, our marketing system teaches you how to generate your own high-quality referrals. Family-focused approach, Mike, creates natural referral opportunities from satisfied clients, and educational marketing positions you as a trusted family protection expert instead of just some sales guy. When you're talking family services, the first and foremost thing that you need to do is you need to educate on to protect what matters the most. This resonates with every parent, every spouse, every grandparent. It's a multi-generational approach that serves parents, children, and grandparents. Life events like marriages, children, home purchases, they create natural sales opportunities. Long-term relationships, they provide ongoing opportunities for additional coverage. When you're working in the life insurance space, you should have a comprehensive product portfolio. Don't just be a one-trick pony. You should be offering term life for income replacement during working years, especially in the mortgage protection insurance realm. Whole life for permanent protection, guaranteed premiums and cash value. Dig a little bit into that index universal life, especially for tax-free growth, potential for tax-free retirement income. Again, going back to mortgage protection, the big slogan there is keep the roof over their heads no matter what. And then finally, one of my favorite ones in that product portfolio is children's whole life. And if you come talk to us, we've got a very exclusive plan that is a children's whole life 3-pay. That means the family only pays premiums for 3 years and the premiums are paid in full. So if you're an experienced agent out there and you're tired of chasing leads and competing on price, we'll actually show you how to build a referral-based practice where clients come to you. Stop selling policies. Start protecting families. If you change your mindset, you can transform both results and satisfaction.
I want to go just a tad bit deeper on what you just said right there, because I feel like mindset is so powerful and a lot of people don't put enough value on that because they just feel like, give me more leads, give me more leads. But if you take the mindset of caring and teaching and educating, that comes through to that client. So when you're teaching your agents to do this, and definitely I would suspect that the, Mr. and Mrs., a Medicare or life insurance prospect, they're talking to other people other than just yourself and the agents you're working with. So just know you're not the only one they're talking to. But when they are talking with someone properly trained that cares and shows empathy, that right there elevate you above anyone else. And I would think my question is that one of the mindset approaches that helps set the stage to earn those introductions and referrals?
Absolutely. So one of the training pieces that are in our training portal that all of our agents have access to, first and foremost, is NEPQ training. That stands for Neuro Emotional Persuasional Questioning. We built it a little bit off of Jeremy Miner's methodology, right? But we brought it in and gave it a little C&K twist to it. And by doing that, you can build conversations that actually build trust instead of coming off salesy. Second of all, inside our training portal, we have an advanced sales training. We built that off of Jordan Belfort's Straight Line Selling book. Again, giving it that C&K touch, but we did it for ethical and effective results. But the big thing here is focus on family financial security rather than the product features. Okay.
Yep.
By doing that, you humanize the person that you're working with. You make them feel good. You show care and empathy and concern. And that leads to the sale. If you're just somebody that's a product pusher, okay, you're going to walk out of that house 9 times out of 10 without that sale in your hand, compared to somebody who's actually showing care and concern for that client that they're talking to.
We've all heard about features and benefits, and I don't know whether this is what you just said there reminded me of something. So I don't know whether it came in my readings from Jeremy Miner or Jordan Belfort or whoever else, but I've heard it said this way: you want to talk about the futures, not the features. Sell that future feeling and what it's going to do for their family and all of the things like you just said, not the nuts and bolts and in the weeds. They need that after they've kind of gotten the feel for that. So do you find that really encapsulates that educational approach as well?
Yeah, absolutely it does. Because when you were saying that, I like that quote, by the way, Mike, and I might steal that off you.
Go for it.
But one of the things that I like is, when we're talking about, dealing with the future, okay, and really getting into that holistic approach of, making that connection and not being the salesy guy and really, building for the future. There was a quote that popped in my head, and the funny thing is it escaped me really quickly, and it'll come back, and I guarantee it, and I'll interject it somewhere else in here.
Yep.
But, you should be planning for not the what if, but what is that person's goal? Okay.
Yep.
There's a right product under every carrier. And it might not be with this one.
You've been listening to Influential Entrepreneurs with Mike Saunders. To learn more about the resources mentioned on today's show or listen to past episodes, visit www.influentialentrepreneursradio.com.